Good afternoon and welcome to the last day at the European Utility Week. I'm Claire Falkveen, the editor of Smart Energy International. And with me this afternoon I have Ricardo Klatovsky, who is the Vice President of Global Sales for IBM. Now Ricardo, one of the things that has come up quite a lot during this event is the importance of analytics. And I was wondering if you could possibly give some insights into what you have learned around the importance of analytics and just some of the developments that your company's history has taught you.
Okay, first point is we all have an advantage that there is agreement. So there is agreement that analytical capabilities will allow utilities to do things much better, and necessarily much better and differently in the future, independently of the business line or business unit, generation, transmission, distribution, retail. So there's agreement. Now, then the next thing is, if everyone agrees that the analytics, you can talk about basic capabilities. That means the capabilities of how to intake data, manage data in a secure way, get the insight out of the data and transform this into information, decisions and value. If these are capabilities, we are having conversations with many utilities on how to organize this, because capabilities means talent, people with talent, and technological capabilities and tools. How to organize this, and what we are more and more identifying and actually listening to customers, and what they're telling us is we need to have these capabilities, but we want to have it in a coherent way and also an efficient way. And what we're seeing is that the concept of an analytical platform that has these capabilities that potentially spans all the use cases for all the utility. So when you have to do analytics on assets, or when you have to do assets in transmission, distribution, or assets in generation, assets that can be centralized or decentralized, but also customers and third parties and others, we are listening to our customers and clients and friends, and they're telling us it's better to have one broad platform. It's more efficient, so that we can also understand, even own these capabilities, and then adapt it and use it for generation, for transmission, distribution, and retail. And this is like the organizational decision that utilities need to make.
So is this, instead of running independent asset management for generation and then something similar for distribution, looking at having something that spans effectively the entire utility spectrum?
At the end, the value, and the needs and the value are in the business unit. So a generation plan needs to improve the way they maintain. So they need predictive capabilities to improve maintenance, reduce cost, improve plant availability. Transmission lines need similar things in the description mode, and several assets. For customers, you need to predict if they are happy, not happy, if they will churn, if they will not churn, what they will want, etc. So the use cases are specific. But if you then componentize what you need to address this, you need data management skills, you need security, you need analytical capabilities, predictive models, data scientists that know how to handle it. So there is a high percentage of commonality. Mm-hmm. So models to predict how a customer will, or the propensity of a customer to churn, have similarities to models to predict how an asset will perform. They are different in the sense that you have to adapt to different circumstances and to different questions. But even the way that analytics is, that it's about discovery. So you take a lot of data and you discover. You don't know the question sometimes, but you discover things from the data. These discovery tools are the same, mostly the same tools that you use for one domain or for the other. So they are different, but they have a strong common component. And our point of view is that analytics is a journey. It's really a journey. It's not to solve things today or tomorrow, because we do not know the things that we will have to solve in 3 years' time or 5 years' time. So it's a journey. It's better to have common capabilities for all the utility. And then speed and agile way of doing the incremental, the additional thing to address specific use cases.
Okay, so almost the personalization
Correct.
is able to be put into place fairly
Correct.
quickly. So, given that this is the feedback that you've had from your customers, what is IBM doing to address this need?
Well, actually, merging into one platform the individual platforms that we had to address specific parts of asset or the specific parts of customers or the specific parts of other areas. So we already had some, and we have, and we are proud of it, and we have good solutions that are based on analytical capabilities, and that actually can be called a platform. But what clients told us is we want one. So we want one because even clients tell us, I cannot understand everything. I cannot have in my company 200 data scientists specialized by type of platform that understand everything. I cannot have it. And by the way, it's not my business. My business is serving customers. My business is making assets perform better. My business is to understand regulation and to respond to my obligations. My business is discovering new business models, but I need to have data scientists. I need to have these capabilities, but I cannot own everything. And then if additionally I put it into silos, it will be even less efficient. So clients have told us, please put this all together. And actually, what we have done is we're doing a soft launch because it's a complex topic, and we want to be very careful and also respectful. But we have merged it into one platform that we call Insights Foundation for Energy, and that several clients are already using it. With one set of capabilities, they are addressing already business problems, issues in generation, in transmission, and also in the customer side. And this is the response to what actually clients have told us. Hopefully, we would have known 3 years ago, and we would have not created 3. but the good thing is that now we've merged them, and it's much more robust, and it has many more capabilities.
So you mentioned to me that the system or the platform is about bringing flexibility to a business, making sure that there's openness in terms of the data, expanding on the capabilities, particularly from analytics perspectives. How is that going to look? Are you able to give some insights into some of that stuff, or is that still very much in the development phase?
What you see at the end is a problem solved, or what you see is what you visualize, what you see. So there are clients that are already predicting actually plant managers are using this platform, ingesting a lot of data and running models to predict when pumps will fail. And you can see this.
Okay.
Now, the analytics is not an operational system. So the analytical tools tells you what to do. Then you need to do the things. In reality, what you see afterwards, so you do not see an equation running.
No.
What you see is the result of the equation telling that fix this, do this, wait, or even analytics. In our models tell you, I don't have enough information. Please get me additional information, and then my confidence level will be 95%, and then I can tell you exactly what you do. So it's a bit dynamic, but then what you see is the result. What you see then is a work order for someone to fix something. And this is in the generation space, but you can also have in the transmission and distribution space, where a field worker will get an instruction to do something, or a field worker will be optimally placed where there is a higher possibility that the storm affects the infrastructure, and that has the highest impact on hospitals or on the assets that are connected to highly critical customers, that according to social media have the highest impact on customer satisfaction. So all these things together, the analytical, with analytics you can have the answers to this. But what you see afterwards is a work order for the field worker to be placed where there is a higher propensity where the network will be damaged. So that's why it's all about capabilities, but then it's what you see is the action. So what you do with it. So it's like the black box. I mean, there are lots of chips and computers and models and algorithms, etc. You don't see it, but you see is the response.
Okay, and so you'll be able to prioritize work, as you said, according to areas where it might have the biggest impact. This obviously is going to be quite a game changer for some of the utilities out there. When are you likely to have a big announcement to make around
Soon.
The new platform?
No, soon. I mean, it's. I mean, there are. I mean, you go to our website. There is material, etc. But it's like we use the example of. I mean, the concept of the platform. You see an iPhone, so it has huge capabilities and many things that you don't see about security, about encryption, about many things. But first, there is an open community of people that can decide to develop apps. When you buy an iPhone, you don't see it inside. You like the style, etc. But you see the apps.
Yeah.
Okay. You need 2 million apps to buy an iPhone? No. But you need the fundamental apps. So what we are doing now with the launch of the platform is first, it's open. So we've spoken with partners that share our vision of how to serve customers, and they have the intention to understand the platform and develop the apps on the platform. So it's not be something of us. Our mission is to make sure that it's the best platform. That's our mission. And then it's an open. Others can develop on it. Of course, we will do it ourselves. We will also develop apps that solve business problems of clients. But it's open. It's like an elephant. You see the apps, and again, it has to have the best ones, and it has to have enough. Now, do you need 2 million apps? Probably not, and definitely not to launch it.
No.
So, but we're talking about 5, 6, 7, and also a roadmap, and also probably early next year with an announcement with partners that are saying, okay, and I will develop this one, and other partners saying, I will develop this one.
So you're basically providing a really good foundation for utilities to build their analytics capabilities on and customize it exactly how they need it.
That's our intention, and I think that's already almost a reality.
Okay, well, that's really exciting. Is there anything else that you would like to mention in terms of analytics capabilities, why they're so important, potentially how they're changing the way utilities are doing business?
It's true that utilities have, I mean, and we're witnessing, utilities tend to change their, I wouldn't say culture, because there are elements of the utilities culture that I think that are essential and important. Is the engineering concepts, the safety. Safety is in the DNA, but there is a new mindset of discovery, a new mindset of not working according to an equation, so and not working on a necessarily linear model. That utilities are and will be much more open to inputs from different data sources, structured, unstructured, social media, tweets, more velocity of data, more variety of data, more interconnections of domains. So they have to be open to sense much more the physical reality and the cyber reality, and then to discover things that they don't see and react much faster than before. So probably this is a different model, and for this you need a new mindset. And how do you insert the new mindset in a utility? The combination of learning, training, new people, new partnering. Not easy, but utilities know it. Utilities know it.
When we spoke before this interview, you mentioned a word that I think is probably really sums up what you're going to be achieving, and that is providing the utility with the ability to be adaptive. and for them to take the information at hand and use it in a proactive way as opposed to just being responsive all the time. So I'm certainly looking forward to hearing how it goes. I hope that you'll be sharing some more information with both the Injirati and the Metering International readers. So from European Utility Week, I'm Claire Falkvane. Thanks so much for joining us.